Hello, everyone. Let me tell you, every time that video shows, I get emotional because it is Impulse Summit and it's almost that baby's birthday. And boy, am I so excited. And it just shows me all the memories, all the things, and how exciting September 18th through the 20th is going to be in Columbia, South Carolina. And I've been receiving so many inboxes saying, hey, share the information, share the information. But tonight, I needed to bring on a very special person. And let me say this. I met this young lady. I get choked up when I even think about it. I met this young lady through a conference that I went to in Columbia, South Carolina, through Mr. Ed Wilson. And she was speaking. And then she spoke on a Zoom that we did during the pandemic. And I'm like, wow, you know, and then I jumped on one of her lives. Let me tell you, this young lady is so powerful. Everybody say, how powerful is she? She is going to bring so many things. And like we said at Impulse Summit, we are talking about no limits, no boundaries, and we are talking about enlarging our territory, manifesting the things that we want. And I'm going to tell you, Miss Joy of Touch of Joy International is really going to really set fire to Impulse Summit. Now, we've been saying, drop the fire, emojis, because I'm telling you, they renamed it to Post Timber. Not even September, it's called Post Timber. So put that on your calendar. Post Timber, 18th through the 20th, wherever you be at, you're going to be with this young lady and myself, Micheline Barber, at Impulse Summit in Columbia, South Carolina. So y'all put your hands together all the way from Columbia, South Carolina, none other than Miss Joy Harris.
Man, I think I'm born to win. Be broke, that's how I.
Hey, the energy is there. I'm telling you, you hear the song. Breathe, stretch.
The hits and it goes on. I wake up and then I'm getting $1 million bars. I need not take no lie. Man.
All right, I gotta make sure I'm in the camera so y'all can see me as lights, camera, and action.
That's it. Come on. Joy. Listen, I had to put my earrings on this evening because I knew you.
I need to get off the live and come back because after I look at you, I just was like, okay, but this is a part of the stretch. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you see, I had to put my whole stretch shirt on so everybody can see like the whole thing because this is how I know you bring it. So I was like, you know what? I can't just put on just a regular t-shirt. You know that I can't just do that at all.
Look, I'm gonna have to come back with my green earrings on and my haircut like yours. That's what I'm gonna have to do. So
shout out to Miss Sherelle Jenkins in my shirt. Let me tell you, this is straight shirt. This is what we're talking about. So this is called Sip and Save with Impulse Summit, right? And Sip and Save. Joy, tell a little bit about who you are. I know who you are. Okay. But they need to know who you are.
All right, so hey everybody, hey family, because whenever we're on a live together, we are family. So hey auntie, uncle, cousin, niece, and nephew. I am Joy Mclaughlin-Harris, also known as Joy Speaks to You with the number 2, the letter U. I am an educator, motivator, innovator, business coach, strategist, transformational, and empowerment speaker. CEO of Touch of Joy International. We help individuals and companies shift their mindset, maximize their potential, and monetize their brand. That's what we do, and that's who I am. Woo! Excited to be here, Mitch. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, let me see. When it says level up PPP plan, that's prepare. That's not the loan.
That's
but
it.
We're talking about.
That's right. That's not the loan.
That's not the loan. We're talking about the real deal. That's preparing, positioning yourself, and protecting yourself. Yes. Tell a little bit about, how you came up, because you came up to PPP before the PPP loan was out that I know of. You know what I'm saying? Before people started talking about it. Tell a little bit about what is your PPP plan that prepare, position, and protect.
So the PPP plan, prepare, first of all, you have to prepare your mindset to see bigger, better, and greater. Before you can position yourself, you got to prepare your mindset so that you can see beyond your current reality. So although things might look crazy, although they might look out of whack, you got to get a vision beyond the storm. You got to get a vision beyond your reality. You got to see better, bigger, and greater in your mindset. So that's the first thing, preparing your mindset for next level success. and doing the necessary activities by feeding your mind day in and day out positivity. So that's the first piece. We can't give it all to them tonight, Mitch. But that's the first piece. And then you got to position yourself. What does that look like? What is your business structure? What is your business foundation? Are you an LLC, limited liability corporation? That's just a part of it. That's not enough. I done paid some lessons that I'm going to share at the summit that you guys going to have to hear about that positioning part. So the LLC is just one part of it. Mm-hmm. And then what does your website look like? You say you want to make more money in your sleep. Y'all know my song, Making Money in Your Sleep. Yep. You say you want to streamline, you want systems. So a part of your positioning is positioning your systems, your organization, your team for bigger, better, and greater. Right. We often pray for stuff, but are we in position for what we're praying for? Right. Are we prepared for what it is that we're praying for? So that's the positioning. Think of a pregnant mom when she gets ready to give birth. She has to get in a certain position and posture before she pushes that baby out. So it's the same thing in business. You have to have a certain posture before you push. So as a mom, there's certain things we put in place before we give birth to that baby. And then the protection part. We out here in these COVID streets, not protecting our business names, not protecting our logos, we don't have no trademarks. We don't have anything. So no one won't come and just take it from us. So if you are believing bigger, better, and greater, you got to stretch your business model. You got to make sure you're protecting your business model because your cousin can take it from you. Y'all look at my stop. Your cousin can take it from you. This my stretch.
That's that passion. That's the passion that you have. And see, the thing that people don't realize is you're going to have all three.
You got to have
sometimes you will have one and not the other.
Right.
And like you said, the testimonies, I am a testimony to, maybe having one, then having another, and then the other one dropped. You know what I'm saying? But coming back around, understanding what I need to do to change who I am and change my business and being very transparent. How do you feel about the transparency of, hey, this is me, as humble as I know how. I've made mistakes. I've done things that's not, wasn't about a book. How do you feel about now people coming and join us so that they can see what we're talking about?
So the one transparent thing I'll say, because I tell people this all the time, I love Jesus and I love the Lord, but that does not exempt you from a lawsuit. Do y'all hear me? Holla if you hear me. Woo! It does not exempt you. And I'm talking from experience. I'm always honest and transparent. I've been sued before. So I always tell people about that story because I did not have legal protection. So I want to make sure that every person that I come in contact with, that they have the legal protection to not have to go through some of the unnecessary frustration, hurt, pain, resources that I went through. So I'm going to talk about a lot of those transparent things that I went through, Mitch, so that people can understand I've experienced it. And that's why I want to make sure that because what happens is even in the last 30 days, I had to meet with my attorney 3 times, stuff that was unexpected. So who's going to have your back while you have everybody else back? Who do you have on your team that can protect you in the event that life happens, an emergency happens, somebody try to come for you, right? You got to have those contracts in place, that documentation in place. You got to protect yourself. That's a part of the stretch.
Right.
That's a part of the leveling up. So a lot of those transparent stories that I'm going to share is stuff that I personally have experienced. And like you say, you got to have all 3 when you are leveling up and stretching your business. You got to have all of them.
You got to have them. And see, the thing is, when actually God dropped the name stretch into our lives, to name it this way, it is also caused the fact that, like Damien gave it a great, description. You're not gonna tear, you're not gonna rip, but you're gonna come back into place, and you're gonna be a different person. So, with Mpulse Summit being a faith-based, faith-based summit, and a summit is taking it to another level. That means that you are leveling up. You're not just talking about hair. Hair is great. Hair is wonderful. It's so many things. But if you don't have the abilities to go into a workplace to do your services, then you went back to ground zero. So it's going back to how can we now look at the things that we're doing? Let's take it, to our business, because we start off in the morning, which you are a part of our Power Breakfast. Let's just break it down.
Yes.
So Saturday, and I know, you live in Columbia, and the word on the street is Columbia's getting ready to be fire, in September.
That's it.
That's the word on the street. You know what I'm saying? Right, that's the word on the street, baby. And so September the 18th is when we begin our pool party, okay? So with our pool party, that is the blue and white party. And see, I told you, I know how you come, so I came, correct. And we just happen to have on similar earrings because I knew it was coming. I knew you was coming. So we talking about a faith base, and we start off, of course, we have our prayer partners that's going to be going in and praying over the entire building. And so we start off with our pool event. That's our mixer, where individuals will be able to meet you, pass out cards and say, hey, Joy, I heard your live. I heard some of the things you're saying. If you're not following Joy, I suggest you do so on both social media, on Facebook and Instagram, to start seeing the things that she's talking about. It's real and real and live, right? Yes. But the thing is, when you start off with that, we also, after the pool blue and white event, then we go to Mind, Body, and Balance with Miss Toya and her team. I'm gonna tell you, we are so excited about that because that's getting your mind together, your body, and finding that balance. Because at one time in my life, I did not have that balance, and I told people that I did not have, the things in order that I need to. I was, increasing here, but I was decreasing here. Trying to find that balance is so important at Mpulse Summit, and that's where we're gonna go into that. And of course, Joy, we have starting off with that power breakfast. We're talking about the breakfast of champions. The breakfast where you come in and we're going to not only feed you physically, but we feed you mentally, right? Yes. Where you'll be able to come in for VIPs only and ask certain questions like, hey, Joy, I heard you went through a lawsuit. How can I avoid it? These are the things that happened to me, Joy. Yes. These are things that you can ask a question and really be able to be honest and transparent. How do you feel about that power breakfast early that morning?
First of all, the first word is power. So if you don't come and start the day off with power, you already know what's about to happen. So like you said, you're not only going to feed me, you're going to make sure you feed my mindset, like making sure you guys command your day, speak life over your day. This is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Today will be great. Today will be extraordinary. The favor of God will be on me. So when you're starting off your day with power, you're going to give me some physical food, some spiritual food, and some mental food. Man, that right there is game changer. Because like you say, you got to have that balance. And when you were talking about the stretch, all I could think about is when I go to the gym and how I have to prepare my muscles for what I'm getting ready to do, for what's getting ready to take place. And the stronger that I get, the weights are not at, you got to increase your weight. Some of y'all still got 5-pound weights. I need you to upgrade because it's level up season. And you need to pick up some 8-pound weights. You need to challenge yourself. And that's what I think about with the power breakfast. Like I'm stretching to start my day for everything that's getting ready to happen. I love that you are starting off with that because I think that's so important because it helps to balance everything else that you have going on in your life.
Exactly. And see, even with the power breakfast, because again, we talk about the faith base, knowing that people can come in there. And we always say, Lord, as humble as we know how. Yeah. You have to come in there. And as we learn, 6:45 in the morning, something really stood out to me. It was about the position that you're in, how you are starting to pray. And I'm like, you know what? I would get into bed and I would pray, but I wasn't getting down on my knees. And that's what we're talking about. Let's get on our knees and let's say, listen, this is me. I'm making mistakes. I continue to make mistakes. But hey, how can I assist myself with success? And that's what it's about. So that power breakfast is going to come in. And then we start off after the power breakfast is classes all day, in which you have a class as well. Okay. And you are elite educators. We don't call them educators. We definitely don't call y'all teachers. That's something that you will never hear come out of my mouth. That's not something, teachers are educators. They are elite educators, matter of fact, because they take care of our children. Yes. And as you go into classes, you're able to choose from 16 classes, but over 50 elite educators in between that weekend. So tell them about your class and why should they visit your classroom?
So one of my classes is making money in your sleep. Now you should visit that class because it's time for us to wake up to more money in our bank account. When we talking about stretching, we talking about pregnant money. Money that gives birth, keep having babies, keep growing for you. You wake up, is more money in your account, from affiliate marketing to digital products to online courses to making your money work for you. on the right side of the cash flow quadrant. Then I have the PPP class, which is what Mitch has up here. Prepare, position, protect, and talk to you about how I was able to protect my brand on another level that opens me up to more opportunity, but it also protected me from people taking my stuff. You guys can sell your intellectual rights and properties and courses to other organizations and businesses. It's so much you can do, but you got to have that extra protection on your intellectual property and the things that God has given to you. So we're going to talk about memberships, passive income, residual income. It's great to work behind a chair and make money, but it's even better when you can stretch that money to make money for you. Woo!
And you know what? Mr. Jay Baskin said, when we went live a couple of weeks ago, he said there's a difference between a brand and a logo. And I keep hearing you say protecting your brand, protecting your brand. And this is what we need to realize, that in our industry, we need our brand. We need, it's not just a logo, you know what I'm saying, that you can get from Mr. Chris Bond, but behind that, what is your brand saying? When you look at this logo, this is what it stands by. So just really understanding that portion of it in your class is something that, you know, people need to visit, because they do need to know, how can I protect this, and how can I take this from over here to across the street and it's still working for me? It's still making sense.
Yes.
It's still making sense, you know? And so when somebody's trying to snatch something away from you, how can you stretch that to a point of knowing that you will return?
Okay, so let me tell you, I'm gonna give y'all this for free. I'm gonna give y'all this for free. Then y'all got to come to the summit to get the rest of it. So when I'm working with people, we talk about foundation, because foundation is important. When you think about building a house, if you don't build that foundation, like think about the Three Little Pigs. Soon as that big bad wolf come and blow your house down because of how you built it. But when you have that firm foundation, that brick foundation, it can stand. So I always tell people, when you're starting your business, even from the name, get your name trademark in the state that you live in. That's the first thing. And then add TM behind your logo and your brand. So from the beginning, now you put a brand out there that if someone tries to take it, you've already started protecting. Now we got the national trademark. Once you start using that logo, then you want to invest in a national trademark, which helps to take it to a whole nother level. So do yourself a favor. If you're going to do big vision and you got a big brand, a big name, you need to make sure you don't only check Google and your local Secretary of State. I need you to go to the National Trademark Patent Trademark site. I believe is USTO.com, and check that site. Because if you know that your brand is going to be on a national level one day, guess what? Local is not good enough. So some of my people had to go and start over because they messed around and checked their stuff, and somebody had to trademark the national. They said all they can do is do state stuff. Ooh, that's the kind of stuff we're going to talk about. Yeah. So guess what? That little bit of information right there will change your whole life. Your whole entire life. Your whole entire life. That little bit of information.
So check this out. Not only are they going to be able to see you at the blue and white pool party, they're going to see you at the power breakfast, the breakfast of the champions, okay, the post breakfast. They're also going to see you in a classroom, not one day, but 2 days. Yes. They're going to see you at the power breakfast on Monday morning. That's for VIPs. Now understand, throughout that entire weekend, we have so many goodies. And those who know me know I like to do it top notch.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. And, you know, Nikki get on me all the time. They get on me like, now, how much you spending? Now, what you doing? You know, but I feel like God, with every vision, God is going to give us a provision for everything that he's saying. Listen, you have to be the ultimate sacrifice to make sure that you really know how you are, you know, treating your elite educators. How is it that you're treating your VIPs and your general admission? Yes. And even the future professionals that's going to be there. How important is it for future professionals? Because everybody knows somebody that needs to really bring along. The gentleman who's going to be doing some work for us, he said, you know what, I'm going to bring my wife and I'm going to bring my cousin that's into locks because I like where you're going.
Right.
How do you feel about really molding the minds? Because, you know, being from South Carolina, we believe in molding the brain. You know what I'm saying? That's why my hair's so little. Because, you know what I'm saying? My mama kept that. She kept rubbing on this head the whole time, right?
Yes.
So how do you feel about the molding of the youth? And I'm not talking about in age, but I'm talking about youth as well as the more mature people, because it's never too late to be stretched.
Yes.
You know, it's never too late to be stretched. How do you feel about that?
Look, Tamika, I'm going to come to it, Mitch, but Tamika Jones say local ain't good enough. That's a word. That's because a lot of people are just positioning themselves for neighborhoods and not nations. And I know that if you are connected to Mitch, Mpulse Summit, and anything that she's doing, that she has a nation anointed and she's just not local. Think of the people that's traveling from all over to be a part of this event. So when you show up in the class, there's going to be an activation that's going to take place. But don't come to my class if you just want to do neighborhood. That's okay. I'm not knocking anybody that want to do neighborhood. But if you're ready to level up and take your business to another level, nations, and make money all over the world, you want to be in that class. So now to answer Mitch's question, I'm going to have my daughter Hannah come by. It's important for her to get those seeds sold in her at a young age. She just told me the other day, Mama, you a bad chick. I said, okay, what you know about chick? She heard me say that. Come on, Mama, you got it going on. You are doing the thing. I said, Hannah, what? Hannah is 5 years old. So it is important from the very beginning to plant those seeds in the life of the young people. Start having y'all family come to these classes with you guys, because you're coming and leveling up. And at every level of evolution, there's a mindset shift. Then you're going home to your husband and you mad at him because he's not leveling up. Put him in the rooms that you're in where you're leveling up so that those seeds can be deposited into his life and you guys can work this plan together. So start bringing your husbands, even if they don't do hair, bring them in the room with you so that they can experience the stretch. So something can be activated on the inside of them. And then you guys can go home and work the plan together. You don't have to tell them the information because he was there with you. So it's important, Mitch, to make sure that it's planted at a young age and that the people in your life are exposed to it. Because what happens is if they don't get that exposure, then you go back and they don't have the capacity to deal with you because you were in the room, but they wasn't. So give them some grace at the same time because they wasn't in the room with you. But now if they just don't understand you and it's a year later, be like, you know what? You are not trying to graduate from middle school. So I'm going to just have to love you from a distance. You can't have front row seat access to me no more. But I still love you, Pookie. I still love you, Keisha. You still my girl. You just can't have front row access in my level up. Oh.
Let me tell you, there is something that I said so bad, and it's called invitation only.
Ooh, I love that.
Hashtag invitation only. And I'm constantly saying that because you have to now give somebody invitations to sit on the front row.
Ooh, come on.
You know what I'm saying? You have to give, and that's what we're doing. Mpulse Summit is giving you a front invitation. Giving you that invitation to better your business. Whether it's in natural hair, whether it's in relaxed hair, whether it's silk press. If you want to learn how to, microlink, if you want to learn about lashes, we're also doing certification with waxing, man weaving, color, cutting. I'm talking about so many business classes. We are bringing everything from everywhere. We're talking about Nikki does my hair that's coming all the way from New Jersey.
Come on.
We're bringing some of the top of the cream of the crop. And listen to this. It was something I said about support.
Yeah.
Support. You just said it. The biggest thing that Mpulse Summit wants to do is support the elite educators and support them so that they can support everyone that's there.
That's powerful.
That's what it's about.
That's powerful.
And you got to make sure that when you hand somebody a piece of paper to a piece of your life, that it has a meaning.
Yes. Powerful.
That it has something about it. That it has something that they're saying that, listen, when I come here to Mpulse Summit, I know what they're going to give me.
Yeah.
I know, I'm not just going to be getting trinkets and I'm not just going to be getting bags and all kind of stuff, but I'm going to be getting some knowledge.
Oh, you know what? That's so powerful. Support is very important. It's very important, especially as you are evolving and as you're leveling up and as you're stretching. That support is so important. But what I'm often finding out is that support looks different in level up season. Sometimes support looks different because you got to have people that have a mindset to not feel like you are trying to take the stage, because we are all winning together and we got to have a win-win mentality. So if it's not a person that's looking to win with you and support you and it's like a jealous spirit, so it look different in the level up. It may not be your neighborhood friends. It may be your new people that you just met that support you more. So we get disappointed when we don't get support from our yesterday people, but we got to get out of that mindset. And look, Nikki said stretch and support. That's so important. And you know what, man, I got to say this because you keep talking about these people that's coming from all over the world. And right before I hopped on this live and I was like, okay, Lord, I was sitting there like, just use me, God, just, whatever you want me to share. And I thought about the month of September, number 9.
Number 9.
Completion. 1 + 8 18th, that's 9. And then you go into the 19th and the 20th, that's 10 and 11. So if you come to this experience, I said experience, summit, Mpulse, post, September, all that. If you come, you are getting prepared to give birth to something great. So don't step in the summit if you are not ready to level up and go to the next level. And some of you are not pregnant with 1, but 2, but 3. There's an anointing on your life that you are pregnant with triplets, and you are right at the last trimester. And this Mpulse Summit is designed to help you give birth. So we know what midwives come from all over the world. Number 9, divine completion. 18 through 20. After you have that baby, then now we got to go through the process. Push, give birth. 10 is your new beginning, walking in what God has called you to do.
Woo! See, let me tell you, Joy. Look, you got me rocking like my grandmother used to. Let me tell you. You got me rocking back and forth like that. If I could run around this room, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was not on live, I'd probably be running around this room right now.
That's it.
Now, listen, you gotta ask yourself, are you pregnant? Exactly. And when we get at work, and you got me so excited, and let me tell you, just knowing that this is my baby's birthday. Okay, this is my baby's birthday. And when I tell you giving birth and stretching, and let me tell you how they say you have to stretch that womb. For the baby to come out.
Think about that ligaments, that stretches that baby getting big. Go ahead, talk about it.
It has to be stretched for that baby to get out, and it's going to return. But after you give birth, guess what? You forget all about the pain. You forget all about everything because you see your baby right there, and you see what it's going to do. People don't realize when you are having
my God
a child, you're going to go through that time of growth.
Yes.
You're going to go through that time of wondering, right?
That's good. That's good.
Even wondering, what are you having, a boy or a girl? Right? These are things that you talk about in your business. These are things you talk about. You're going to go through that birth canal of knowing that I've made different things. I've made mistakes. I don't know whether my business is going to make it or not. I don't know whether it's a boy or a girl, right? But what I do know, if I stand on the faith, knowing that whoever's going to be there, you're right. They're going to get birth, and they're pregnant right now. The more, so multiple amounts of businesses, multiple amounts of things that's going to happen. It's guaranteed. We have changed lives the first year and the second year, even through virtual.
My God.
When you are a transparent person, you leave it right there and you weak.
Come on.
You're weak after giving birth.
Come on. That's so good. And even after you give birth, Mitch, when you first have that baby, you got to be careful how many people you're exposing it to. So you may need to get off the scenes, as in social media, before you show back up on the scenes. Because in the beginning, you got to get your sleep patterns back on track. It's so much new stuff because you done launch your business in a different way. And some of y'all got businesses in you that's not what you're known for. You getting ready to launch something that's totally new. And that's the problem, because you like, man, this is different. You getting ready to launch different. So you might have to pull back. But at this summit, you go get everything you need, from the business knowledge, the education knowledge, the hair knowledge, the skill knowledge. I love that it's a holistic approach, because that's what's missing in the marketplace. We got to be whole, and we got to stop bleeding all over the place. Sit down somewhere and heal. Get yourself together, get the wounds healed, and then show back up. So sometimes you need to get off the scene so you can show back on the scene. So after the summit, you may not just launch your business right away. You may process all the information. You may sit on it, take care of that baby, give that baby the milk it needs before you put it back out there to the world.
That's it.
Because it's going to be so much information.
And you're making me think about even me sitting back in certain things with my business. And they was like, you know what? I see it. My mom said, I see you glow on you. I see you smiling. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can be suffering in silence.
Ooh, the pullback.
And the pullback. And you got to pull it back every now and then. And anything with force, like Pastor Major said, anything with force, you pull it back before it can escalate faster. Right? That's a gentleman that's going to be there, Pastor Major John, that's going to be after the Power Breakfast on Sunday, and he's going to be there throughout the whole weekend. This is what we're talking about.
Wow.
Right, Sharon, speaking it into existence. It's a manifestation of what you want in life. It is saying, listen, we got the keys to open up so many things for you.
That's it.
All we asking you to do is come and see. God said, build it.
That's it.
And they shall come.
That's it. That's good.
Build it.
Good.
And we're not talking about a physical building, but God said, listen, put the right people before them.
That's it. And stop and also don't stop using them last keys season. Y'all need some new keys for this new season. That God, y'all still trying to use them old keys. You are not in the apartment no more. You done graduated to the house. So stop trying to get in the old. Because let me tell you something I did, Mitch, without telling my whole testimony. I was still being loyal to the yesterday joy. So although I had elevated, I hadn't embraced my elevation. So there's a situation that happened. And instead of me embracing my elevation, I was loyal to the yesterday's joy. I went back to the survival mode joy and did something so crazy because I was thinking of that joy that did not have enough, that joy that struggled, that joy that went through so much. So even when you're leveling up, you got to embrace your level up. So you won't make decisions like the party mentality joy. You won't make decisions like Kiki and Shishi from yesterday, the single mom that was making crazy decisions. So you got to feed your spirit and mind daily, like she said, because it's important that you have balance and that wholeness as you are evolving in the marketplace.
Right.
It's so important. So,
and I like that it said great things people are born in September. That's always birthday treat. But that's right. That is her birthday present. Every year she comes to Mpulse Summit, whether it's virtually in person. It is her birthday present. And you have to realize everything that we are stretching out is going to come back with force.
That's it.
It's coming back. I was watching a video today, and y'all see me doing my stretching videos every day because I am getting ready and preparing my mind, my body, and my spirit.
So good.
For September. And so as I was stretching, I watched a young lady. I said, they said the importance of stretching. And so when I watched the video and she was just moving her body in all kind of ways, I was like, wow. I said, I was just on day 1. But then when I looked at the caption, it said day 7, because I was wondering how was she able to really hold her hands the way she did backwards. But it's called practice.
Come on.
It's called preparing and it's called positioning.
So
what she did was she had to slowly stretch herself to get to be so limber.
Yeah.
To be able to do it. That's how we have to be with our business. We got to know that if we do it every day,
that's good.
We're going to eventually be able to get into that position of winning.
That's good.
Position of winning.
It's consistency, and you see a lot of people, they show up, they launch the business, and then next thing you know, they gone. And like you said, when you're giving birth, sometimes you need to take that pause. It's necessary. It's power in the pause. But a lot of times we're just not consistent enough to see the results and the fruits of our labor because we give up. So think about raising that child. You got to raise that child from elementary to middle school to high school. It's levels to this. It's process to this. It's consistency to this. So like you said, she was on day 7 for that stretch, but she had to start somewhere.
Right.
So we got to make sure, guys, as we continue to level up, we got to be consistent. Even if your consistent is just stepping off the scenes, reading God's word, getting in his presence. Because I'm going to tell you, you'll tap into your superpower and unleash your superpower when you really get before God in the way that you need to. Because that's also a posture. So sometimes you just got to step back, take a pause, and then step back on the scenes. That's
be quiet. Be still and be quiet. So, I know that this has been amazing. I don't want to give all your negatives for your class, but I do want to go through this. Listen, everyone, it is imperative that you come to Mpulse Summit, September the 18th to the 20th. That's right, 3 days. And I'm going to tell you, we have the blue and white. Well, we feed you there. That's the blue and white where you come, and I already know Joy gonna come.
Yeah, y'all gonna see a whole new me. Y'all see me right now. This is my stretching season. When you get ready to stretch, you gotta put your scarf on in the morning. So don't y'all judge me. I put some cute earrings on for y'all. But I'm coming when I come, baby.
I already know. So that's gonna be the pool part, the blue and white pool mixer. So that's going to be there where we feed you there. Then we're going to go into mind, body, and balance. Okay, you don't want to miss that manifesting. That's finding out about what's in your mind, what's in your body, and finding that balance in your life. These ladies are going to bring it. Okay, and then we will go in. We have a sip and say where the ladies can go up in the post lounge, and then we have what women want, and we'll talk to what we really want with women, right? Or what women really want. And then we're going to go into waking up that morning and that breakfast, that power breakfast, baby. Okay. Power, pulse, breakfast, that PPB. All right.
I know.
That's PPB, baby. We give you loans at the PPB.
That's it.
And
That's
you're gonna be joining Rochelle, yourself, Ashonda Davis. Like, we're bringing some powerful Damon Burris. We're bringing some very powerful Charles King. That's going to be there as well. Nothing but business. It's all about business in that early morning. And then we're going to go into Pastor Major Jones. That's going to be there. That's going to open up our spirits. And I mean, anybody who ever witnessed him, he's a firecracker in himself. Like Nikki said, you listen for the crackle, baby, because they're fire right behind you. And then we're going to classes all day. And then we're going to have that Cream and Green hosted by Miss Tamika and Mr. Chris Bond, Miss French Family. And so these are individuals that's going to be hosting that event. It's a party, y'all. Cream and Green. Y'all see, I got my green earrings. I got
the green on. Just bring those earrings.
The Hill event, right? Yes. And so she's one of our elite educators as well. So when I went to her event, I purchased these. Shout out to that. I need them. And so then, right, you need these. So then after the Cream and Green, you wake up and it's another PPB, baby. That's the Post Power Breakfast with the elite business educators that morning. We're also going to be having some special guests that's going to be at the Cream and Green. We got some goodies. We got these swag bags that's going to be given out. But then at the Cream and Green, Mr. Jerome Dumont and Mr. David Torrey. Wow. And if you have not, listen up. If you do not know about these two individuals, I suggest you do your research because it's going to be an amazing presentation. We got some more presenters, some more little spoken. We got some stuff for you, okay? At this Cream and Green, but get your Cream and Green together right now. Any green you want to rock, lime green, mint green, hunter green, just rock your green. Bring it and bring the earrings to match. Give them to me. So then after that, we wake up. After this, whenever we wake up, because after the party, you know, it's a party after the party. You have the ability to now go through more classes with Mr. Corey Paul, Shamira Ray. Like, I can go on and on. Miss Deidre Clay, Miss Marsha Baldwin. Like, it's so many elite educators that's going to be there. We are excited. We are excited. And then we got that VIP now. Someone asked me what VIP get. You're going to get a section at the blue and white party. You're going to get VIP seating at the Cream and Green party. You're going to get your swag bag with a whole bunch of goodies in it that we can't discuss right now, but it's a whole bunch of swag that you're going to want. Yes. And also you get to go in the Post Lounge. You'll be able to go to the Post Power Breakfast both days. We feed you the entire weekend for breakfast. We got them double tree cookies. Y'all know how those
I heard about the cookies, bitch. I heard about
the double tree cookies, right? So again, sign up, VIP general admission now. I don't know we have that many VIPs left. I might be talking too soon. I might get in trouble because Nikki's on here. But general admission, we do have now. We have also offered, if you just want to take classes only, it's $199. Okay, if you want to take class, we have people coming all the way from Caracal. Like, for real, it's getting serious, right? Yeah. And so again, you want to meet Joy. You want to meet all these individuals that's going to be there, right? And you definitely want to sit in the front row because it's invitation only.
Oh, I'm not gonna say nothing about the invitation only. I'm gonna let you keep talking.
Invitation only, right? So you want to be in the building. If you know somebody that needs to be invited, that's what we're telling you. And we have special sponsors. Basic Hair Care is one of our title sponsors for Mpulse Summit. So Basic Hair Care will be in the building. Got some goodies from them. That's going to be in the swag bag. So, hey, if you're not following Basic Hair Care, I suggest you do so because they are one of our title sponsors for Mpulse Summit, along with Brand Kaki is another title sponsor for Mpulse Summit as well. So I'm telling you, we have some people that's going to be there. She Rain is one of the ones that's going to be over the event. I'm telling you, it is going to be amazing. So if you don't know these people, start going to the website. That's www.mpulsessummit. Y'all see how fast that comes off because it's called Post Timber, baby. It's not called September anymore. It's called Post Timber. See about these tickets.
Yes.
You can make payments. We're making payments. And guess where I'm going to be at this weekend? Myself, Rhonda, and Miss Deidre Clay will be in Columbia, South Carolina at Mr. UTU, Mr. Ed. The Natural Expo that he's going to be having there. And we're going to be in the building, okay? Miss Kira is going to be there. I know she's in the makeup war as well, okay? So excited about who all is going to be there. We're going to be in the building signing people up for Mpulse Summit. So all we say is, don't meet us there, beat us there.
That's it.
Don't meet us there, beat us there. And again, you don't have to pay it all at one time. Even the hotel, guess what, Joy? You can call, make reservations at the hotel and don't pay for it till you get there.
So it's basically, it sounds like to me, there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Frenchie play at best. I got no excuses.
No excuses.
None. Because everything, we putting it on layaway, baby. Who put the education on layaway in Mpulse Summit because we want to see you there. Okay?
No excuse.
But it's going to be paid in full because God said so.
That's it. That's good. That's good.
That's it. Any last words before we get off this evening? This has been so impactful. I'm so excited about what's going on.
Well, I'm excited to see you this weekend as well. But I don't have any last words, but just tell people to get in position to get ready to give birth and push. That's all I got to say. A lot of you have been having hard pressure, and the pressure has been so hard because of what you're carrying. So God has sent you midwives. He has sent you this event. So all you got to do is show up. He loves you so much. Just show up. That's it.
That's it. Well, Joy, it is such a pleasure. Again, Mpulse Summit is in the building. This is the first year bottle. Let me tell you, this year bottle gonna be fire. So this is the first year. We got some more goodies. I can't show y'all real quick what all we got in the bag, but in the swag bag, baby. Again, title sponsors, Basic Hair Care, Brand Cocky. We are so excited for having them. She Rain is one of our title sponsors as well. So we just excited.
Yeah.
We are excited. Okay. So make sure you join us. We also have exhibitors table as well, that you can get exhibitors table and sponsorship. If you still want to be a sponsor, we will put you on our swag gear. So we got different levels to this, as you say, different levels.
Yep, I'm telling you, it's level up season. So Mitch, bring me the shirt, the bottle, and the earrings you're wearing, or just send me the link so I can purchase some, or you just bring me those this weekend.
Okay.
Thank you.
You want a shirt? You want a shirt, a bottle, and what else?
And those earrings on your ear.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I mean, they say accent it shall be given. This is accent.
What I will do is I get in touch with LaShonda Hill and see if I can get some. She'll probably bring him to the summit. How about that? I ask her when I get off the phone.
Okay, all right.
And this is No Excuses. Again, can you feel it? September. Y'all come on and join us. Thank y'all. Y'all have an amazing evening.
Have a good night.